all about the wrestling this week, folks. Talking about all the good stuff that happened and a little bit of build towards a couple of shows here. So,
Yeah.
It's going to be a nice, fun, chill episode.
Chill.
Till one of us has a conniption fit.
Yeah, that'll be me.
Welcome to the Wrestling Council. Welcome, Wrestling Council. I'm your host, Combo Bob. Today's always by my good friend Hollywood Frank.
HW, baby.
You can catch us here.
Heard a door creaking.
Yeah, this somebody came into the room and I told him to go away. So, you can catch us here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, talking about all the news in wrestling.
That's right, baby.
Right. Also follow us on social media.
Right there.
And you can go over to and maybe back us a little bit there with a t-shirt over there on bonfire.com. So get your own Wrestling Council t-shirt. But
don't be a curtain jerker.
Yes, don't be a curtain jerker like this little turd right here.
Johnny Hungy. Our version of Johnny Hungy. Right there.
Oh, look.
That's right.
Dude, did you put the 24/7 title behind freaking Hobbs?
You bet your ass I did. That's what it's looking like.
Oh, my God. That is such disrespect.
Disrespect's what they're doing to the title, man.
Oh, my God. Yeah, but hopefully he's going to be able to make it matter a little bit. You know, I mean, dude, the TNT title.
Not up for a good start.
Dude, the TNT title has lost a lot of luster, but it is not the 24/7 title, man. Come on.
Not yet.
That's not cool. It is, dude. You know what they would have to do to make that belt as bad?
Don't make that challenge.
Title?
They might do it.
Oh my God.
They haven't had as many champions as a 24/7 title did.
It's not possible to have as many champions as a 24/7 title had. What did they change hands like 15 times in one episode? I mean, good Lord, man. I think they said that there's like someone compiled and there's like over 150 different champions for that belt. Oh my God.
Is that different people or is that
different people?
Okay.
Not including people that have held the belt like 15 times, like R-Truth.
I thought he had it like 100 times.
Dude, he's had it a ridiculous number of times. Dude, he won it and lost it something like 10 or 11 times in one night.
Sounds about right.
It's just God. Anyway, real quick, let's check in with everybody. The leg kick was here first. Hail, the Wrestling Council, come up, Bob and Hollywood Frank, tag team of wrestling. What's up, sir?
Right, maybe.
Hicks Villain stopped in next. He said, "Sup? What's up, brother?
Sup?
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 Hello.
What's up?
What's up?
I like Hobbs, but the QTV is a downgrade. I don't understand that.
QTV. That's
you didn't see what happened in the last show?
That's the one behind Hobbs winning the title.
Yeah, he's with QT now.
Yeah.
They did a whole TMZ thing with QT,
with QT
showing
Marshall.
them breaking into Wardlow's car.
QT Marshall. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's called QTV. He's got a shirt that says QTV on it.
Dude, when the QT Marshall's on the screen, I don't really pay attention.
It's like Omos. When Omos is on the screen, I don't pay attention.
Montecito's ahead of us. He said the good. Looking forward to Omega versus Vikingo. That's going to be an awesome match.
Oh yeah.
The bad bit, feeling the mania hype. The ugly can't think while speeding. Oh jeez, dude, don't speed. Get home safe, brother.
Slow it down.
Leg kicks like, let's get funky like a monkey. What's up, brother?
Yeah, no tickets. Obviously, though.
Yeah, well, dude, you just get home safe. That's the
forget the ticket, no accident.
Yeah, just no accidents. Yeah.
As long as I have Robbie in their car going, hey guys, cops, hey guys, cops.
Oh my God.
But
anyway, he was ahead of us. We're going to start with our segment we like to call The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. I don't remember who went last time.
I think I did.
I think you did. So for me, so the good New Japan Cup is the final has been set, and it is Sonata versus David Finlay, the new leader of Bullet Club. Fit Finley's little boy is now the leader of Bullet Club. Jay White is no longer the leader of Bullet Club.
How many of them have there been?
Leaders of Bullet Club?
Yeah.
4.
That's it.
Prince Devitt, aka
Finn Balor.
Finn Balor, AJ Styles, Kenny Omega, Jay White, and now Fit, and now that's 5. Yeah. So David Finlay is the 5th leader of Bullet Club. I mean, some people will say, well, what about Evil? Yeah, no, Evil was not the leader. Evil was like a placeholder. So, but quick here, everybody's saying hi to each other. So yeah, my good, just a lot of really cool wrestling news. Sonata versus David Finlay is going to be great. That's the finale for the New Japan Cup. Over on Ring of Honor, your boy Wheeler Yuta put out a challenge to Katsuyori Shibata, which is like, I'm like, yes, please. That's
one of those matches I can only watch the replay because it's just scared to see it happen live.
You know what? I'm not afraid anymore. I think that I honestly I don't think he's dumb enough to, like, if he was truly like in danger, I don't think he would. But if you're gonna do a wrestling match like that, the pure title is the one you go for, because you don't use it's traditional mat wrestling is what it's with a little bit of professional wrestling thrown into it. So that he's going to be that's about as safe as you can get for him. So, but anytime you bring up Shibata's name, man, yes, please. I'm down for it. And we got the official announcement. Forbidden Door 2 will be in Canada in June. And we will get Omega Ospreay 2.
Maybe.
I'm surprised they went to Canada before going to Japan.
Stop being such a negative Nancy about that shit.
Hey, how many matches did we thought were going to happen in Forbidden Door 1? Okay,
well, that was because of injuries and stuff like that. This is, you're talking.
There's still 3 months to go.
Shut up. They need to take Bullet Club out back and give it the old yeller. Nah, come on, man. I do think that Bullet Club is too big. I think they can, and it seems like they're slowly working towards trimming down their members. Bullet Club, like I said, factions should be 5, 6 at the most.
Right.
When you got 20 guys in your friggin' faction, it's too much. That's New World Order shit.
I gotta take my goods too, because you're like taking a few.
No, that's it. That's my good. The build to WrestleMania outside of the Bloodline has been meh. I mean, I can't think of one match other than, here's the thing. A lot of the matches are going to be good. But the build to it has been crap.
That's how I felt about Revolution too.
There's nothing. Well, Revolution at least had a little bit of, like, made a little sense. Stuff that they're moving towards WrestleMania doesn't make any sense at all. So, and I agree that the build up to Revolution was lackluster, but I think that they were also kind of in a pattern of like, okay, who are we going to have to work with, and what are we going to be doing? And I think there was more reasons for them to behind Revolution being a little lackluster towards the build, and there's no reason why WrestleMania.
So is the match between Bobby and Bray off, or what's going on with that?
Who knows,
dude? I don't think they know. Honestly, I really think that right now, because of Vince sticking his nose in, everything's in disarray. And I know people say, well, they said he didn't do it. No, Vince is the catalyst for all this. He is 100% the catalyst for all this. Also, how many times has Bob been right about cards or factions? Cough, New Horseman, dude. The Horseman thing is the only thing that I've really and you can't, dude. You go back to the beginning of AEW. You tell me that wasn't one of their plans, and then COVID just killed everything. So please, don't give me that bullshit. The Ugly. Oh my God, what is the Ugly? Let's see here. There was something something happened recently that just happened, and it was like, what the hell? I can't remember, but for me, like
one.
Oh, that's what it was. Wrestlers getting ambushed at airports by these autograph and memorabilia hoarders.
You're taking all my stuff.
And well, dude, it's not like we have a list. Okay, it's just I'm just talking about what happened this week. But it got really, really bad over this weekend, and a couple, especially for for WWE women wrestlers, they just got friggin' attacked by these people these vultures that are like, attack them when they're going and like, yeah, sign my shit. And if you don't, they come after you. But it's not like someone coming up with like a couple of toys or something like that. These dudes show up with like boxes of stuff, and they're like, sign it, so I can put it on eBay and sell it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, no, why don't you buy a ticket to the show, and buy a ticket and get the backstage pass, and then you can go do it like that, which is what
because they're too lazy to go get a real job.
No, it's because they're like they just are like they're a bunch of entitled assholes, and I guess Liv Morgan got just absolutely mauled, and
her and Rhea Ripley,
and Rhea Ripley. Now Rhea Ripley's like, I'm not talking to anybody anymore,
and they really got on Rey Mysterio.
Yeah. Which is like, and it's like, and actually the Bucks talked about this on their little podcast thing a while back, where they got off the plane and they're like, and they were walking through and they could see the dudes waiting for them, and they were like, oh God, here we go. And like, I mean, like, I'm talking like, if I found out this, I'd be like, you know what, maybe I'll go there and I'll get an autograph or something like that. These like literally they're showing up with like 25, 30 action figures and a bunch of friggin' just tons of stuff that they want them to sign so that they could throw it on eBay. And they were like, screw that. Cody, Sammy, Kevin, Cardona starting to feel an old familiar cramp in the hand. But yeah, and it apparently just exploded. It was bad.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, these 50 autographs are for my kids. I swear to God. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, who should I make it out to? Oh, just make it out to nobody.
Yeah,
whatever. But yeah, it got really bad. But that's my GBU. Frank, what do you got?
And that's all right. There was I can't remember which Comic-Con you and I went to, but one of them, Becky Lynch was there. Yeah. I didn't get an autograph from her, but I mean they'll make appearances as things like that, Comic-Cons, other cons, things like that. We can get autographs, stuff like that. But
yeah, they ambush somebody. And they actually have like the those meet and greets and stuff. That is for like they have a thing for vendors and stuff, like we will sign your stuff, but you gotta buy a ticket to this event.
I used to work for a former Browns quarterback at his restaurant, and I would never bother any of the other football players that would come in. I went to dinner at a restaurant, and the table right next to me was Michael Brantley, former Indians player, with his entire family sitting there. Not a one person came over here and bothered him the entire time while he was there with his family eating dinner.
Yeah, well,
which is the way it should be.
Me and you went to we went to Outback that one time, and that one dude was there, and we're like, we're not gonna go over there and mess with him. And as he was leaving, we were like, hey, good luck, coming back and everything. He was like, thanks.
Yeah.
That kind of thing's cool. These dudes are just vultures. But yeah, Liv, shoot, that video of that, because apparently that dude is that guy that was talking her ear off at the pay-per-view was some guy who was actually he was a WWE executive. He was but you could tell, man, like he's just talking and she's just like, oh my God, will you just shut up? So have you seen that little clip that's been going around?
Mm-mm.
Dude, it's freaking hilarious. Like she literally does like the eye roll, like, oh God, will you shut up? But yeah, she can't catch a break. But anyway, so that's my GBU. What do you got, Frank?
The good is 2 segments, one on Raw, one on AEW Dynamite, the Rebar Mitzvah, and the segment with Cody and Roman Reigns.
Oh my God, dude, they took each other's throat.
The
It was so
Rebar
good.
Mitzvah with the Miz,
Oh
just
my
coming
God.
out there in all sorts of decorations and party streamers and all that coming down. That was awesome. And
Oh my
then
God.
Jungle Boy comes out, and Sammy comes out, and Jungle Boy
Darby,
comes out.
the 4
Or
pillars.
Darby comes out, and you got the 4 pillars. Now, Britt Baker's upset because she wasn't out there. She's one of the 5 pillars. But anyways, having all 4 of those guys in the ring, and
Shut up.
it was a great segment with that.
Dude, it was so good, man. Dude, the dig he took at Sammy.
Oh yeah,
Oh my God, man. I was like, oh, dude, if he didn't clear that with him before that segment, you know they're going to have some words in the back.
Another fight. We'll learn about it
Yeah.
tomorrow.
He does-
What did that
for
she
those of
say?
you- For those of you who didn't catch it, he basically told, he's like, yeah, Sammy, who I guess, like, we'll see what happens with, was it like, you'll have another girlfriend and you'll propose to another girlfriend in 7 months. I was like, ooh,
yeah.
dude, he took his throat, man. But dude, that promo that Cody cut, we'll talk about that more later. But
Yeah.
man, that was awesome.
Yeah, but then Roman Reigns, you were Stardust and you left the company.
Yeah,
And then you went to start your own. You ran away. You went to start your own company and couldn't get over, and you ran away, and now you're back again. It's like,
Yeah, that was dude. It was so good. If you guys haven't watched, I know some of you guys don't watch WWE anymore. It's worth it. Like, just watch the very end. You can just go online on their YouTube channel, and you can watch that segment. It was fire.
even the Logan Paul, I didn't have a problem with that with his segment. I really didn't. You might have, but I didn't have a problem with him.
He's
He's trying to get over as the heel, like a dick heel.
yeah, which is what. Well, he's not trying to get over as a face anymore, which is good.
No. Yeah.
Which is good. Now make him a heel, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Down with that, because and like I said, I understand that he has taken steps to change who he is and whatnot. He just comes off as such an unlikable prick.
He's still scamming people with NFTs, like left, right, and
That's what I'm
center.
saying.
Like,
Well, no, I'm like, listen, business is a different thing. I'm talking like just him as a person. He
Yeah.
comes off as just such an ass. But hey,
Big Daddy,
party to chaos.
Yeah.
Big Daddy,
Hello.
what did you think about that segment between
The pillars.
the pillars and then the other segment on Raw with Cody and Roman?
Reigns.
Man, I thought they were fantastic. Freaking
Yeah.
Cody he cut Roman to the bone, man. But okay, so that's your good. What's your bad?
My bad. We've said it before, and I'll continue to say it. Is the card for WrestleMania? What is it? 11 days away for day one.
Ugh.
And you have no idea because he's out with physical issues, Mr. Bray Wyatt. Although they're still advertising that match, who knows?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I feel bad for Lashley because he might not have a match. I mean,
Yeah.
build up, and then nothing.
Well, you know
So-
that the writer that was handling his stuff in the
Bray
back.
Wyatt stuff. Yeah,
They
it's
said they
gone.
fired him.
Yep.
So that tells me that there's some issues in the back there.
The entirety of Bray Wyatt's return to WWE has
it's been awful.
been terrible.
Yeah, it's been bad, and it's just been dragging and dragging and dragging and dragging. And like I said, it feels like Vince. It feels like Vince. Vince is, I don't get it. I don't get it. We need to change this. I don't get it. 3 of the 4 pillars are well under 200 pounds and going for the heavyweight title. Yeah, I mean, I think Sammy is over 200. Jungle Boy's getting there. I think he actually put on a little bit of weight. Yeah, he needs to bulk up a little bit though.
Yeah,
Darby's never going to be big.
Yeah.
Darby's just going to be a skinny little crazy dude.
Darby's like
I
a
agree.
Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Darby's like a Spider-Man. Like
Yeah,
his lack of weight helps him.
Darby needs to be going after they changed the name of it, of the All Atlantic title. But that's what Darby needs to be.
It wasn't the international title now.
I think so.
Yeah,
Who cares?
but it was a bad. Well, we knew the betting was bad. Yeah, well, that comes back to an issue that I have with Tony. Tony doesn't seem to be able to book big men. Because, like, seriously, wouldn't Wardlow and Joe be going after the world title? Guys like Wardlow and Joe and like these big giant monsters. I mean, Kenny's Kenny is he only's on like 215 pounds.
Yeah.
So I mean, these giant guys would kill him.
Bring Dana White in there. You saw how good he did with Slapfest. Slap
God.
fight. I mean, slap
Dude,
fight.
I refuse to watch that show. Refuse. But and then Your Ugly was the same as mine, right?
My ugly. Yeah, I mean, and then on another note, I mean, my condolences for Arn Anderson. His son passed away.
Yep.
One of his sons. No parent should ever see one of their children pass away. So that's tough. I mean, it's Ric Flair's gone through it, and now Arn's gone through it. I mean, they both have lost a son.
And apparently, I mean, I don't know, if anything's going to come of it, but apparently, because Arn and Ric Flair, they haven't really been friends for a while. Apparently, Ric Flair reached out to him, so hopefully something, something positive comes out of it. But it's ugly. Ugly.
And
MJF throwing the drink on the kid. Yeah, a lot of people were pissed about that, man.
And another ugly, my second in command at my previous employer, pretty much throwing me under the bus to my boss, even though, let's see, a week ago I took her to the hospital because she was having medical issues.
Yeah.
And a week later, she throws me under the bus to my boss and helps get me released from my job. So
these hoes ain't
HW
loyal,
is jobless now. So
these hoes ain't loyal, man.
No, they're not. No, they're not. So
But
anybody at my previous employer, watch your back.
Johnny, what do you got? You got anything?
Yes, I do.
Let's
My
hear
good would be Darby fixing his mic skills, at least for this one segment. I never heard him talk like that. That was just, I watched that on repeat, like when I was working today morning, because
It was good, man.
those Twitter lines like sent me off. Like that was just funny.
Yeah, I mean, it was those guys. You could tell those guys actually were like each other, and they've been hanging out. They hang out with each other. They know each other really well. They just went at it.
And if the first match he had with Max is anything to go by, this is gonna be whatever they do. It's gonna be good.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be something awesome.
Oh, I already got an interview set up, brother. I'm good.
Yeah, Franco. Yeah, he'll be fine.
So the bad. The continuous successful effort to make Wardlow look like the spare freak at the wedding.
Dude, this might be the mishandling of Wardlow might be the biggest fumble that Tony Khan has made. That dude was Goldberg hot after that feud with Max. Goldberg hot.
It took so long to build that up, and
yeah,
they destroyed that so quickly.
Did nothing with it. That's what I said. I don't think he knows how to book big men. He just
Like-
and you look at all the big guys in the company. They're not they're the only time they're booked even remotely good is when they're like somebody else's henchman. Doesn't know how to book them by themselves.
Like as soon as Hobbs won the ladder match, like I know that the next week one of the two was going to look bad.
Yeah,
So one of them would have to lose. Like that was just painting yourself into a corner.
Well, I think it's because Tony has like there's a style that he likes, and it's that New Japan, Ring of Honor style. You know, the bigger dudes, like the big, big guys. That's a WWE thing, and a WCW thing. They didn't really. They just AEW has not booked big guys. Look what they did with Lance Archer. They haven't booked big guys well.
And you would think with having Mark Henry and Paul White in your company that you would utilize those to help get them over and have them be the bookers for those two guys.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to figure out how to do it right. Yeah. And I agree. Wardlow, after almost immediately after the MJF stuff, he just started. They did not book him well, and he just started.
Not his fault. That's the.
I know it's not his fault. It's just what are you gonna do?
The first thing they do is put him with Mark Sterling and the security guards for weeks. After that,
I mean, good. Look at Morrissey, man. They could make Morrissey into a freaking beast. That guy's huge and he's jacked. And it's just like, and he can freaking wrestle, unlike Omos. Oh my god! But
I forgot to mention that.
We're just gonna make him somebody's henchman. Screw it.
Yeah, I forgot that kills me too. Should have been part of my bad.
We're gonna talk about that.
I saw Monday Night Raw and I just I step out of the room when all that continuous crap with Omos over and over and over again. It's like, no,
dude, that's Vince.
Hit the mute button and walk away.
Yeah, that's Vince, man. It's
man. Brock is gonna get frustrated.
I hope he kills him, dude. But I got like I said, Vince is in the house. He's gonna put the screws to somebody, and
and as much as they're talking about Omos and little talk about Brock, but Omos just feels like they're gonna put him over Brock.
Yeah, that match between him and Orange Cassidy should never have happened. Because I mean, there's a certain limit. I'm like, the only way that Cassidy should have won that match is if he kneecapped him with a freaking baseball bat. But they have a lot there. AEW pushes the same people over and over. It's not even just that. They had great storyline for Wardlow. That whole thing with MJF was fantastic. But then afterward, and he was so friggin' hot, they were just like, I do think it's funny that Brock chose Omos over Bray. I think Brock saw what they were doing with friggin' Bray, and they were like, I don't want to. Bray's like, Brock's like, I don't want to play with that foolishness.
Honestly, how do you come out of a Bray Wyatt match looking good? Because it's just a supernatural thing's just weird. Like, he's not gonna help you in anything. He's just gonna kill Brock's Mystique. He's the real guy. Yeah,
he was better when he was the creepy serial killer guy, the cult leader. That's when Bray was at his best. As soon as they start the supernatural, the oogie boogie shit, like I call it, that's when it just went off a freaking cliff. This isn't the early 2000s. This isn't the 90s and the early 2000s with the Undertaker. That kind of stuff just ain't gonna work no more.
So jump into the ugly. You take the belt off of Wardlow. Okay, put it on Hobbs. That is something good with him. QT Marshall is not it.
Oh my god,
what was that? And they're gonna film themselves committing a felony, breaking into somebody's car, and put it on TV. That's a logical thing to do.
Dude, I don't know. at this point. I'm just like, whatever. But Big Daddy asks, is Wardlow a one-hit wonder? He was number one. But the way that they're booking him, yeah. I don't. I mean, he still, when he comes out, he still gets a good pop, so people still like him. But I don't think anybody expects anything from him, and I don't think anybody expects him to be involved in anything outside of the TNT title with him and Hobbs. And honestly, I don't know. I really don't know what they do with it at that point. Like I said, they've got a bunch of big dudes. They could have some legit awesome matches with these big dudes. And and the difference is that all of their big guys are at least competent wrestlers.
Yep.
You know? So why, like I said, I think Tony just can't. He just doesn't know how to book big guys. Probably be Uncle Howdy versus Lashley. Yeah, I can see that. Wyatt gimmick is also an embarrassment for me as an OG wrestling fan. Yeah. I've never been a big fan. I mean, I liked The Undertaker, but I liked The Undertaker because of his in-ring work and stuff. I was never a fan of the whole supernatural garbage.
Yeah.
And when he became the American Badass, a lot of people I hated that, but I loved that part. I loved that. Archer versus Morrissey. Dude, I'm serious. They've got like 6 or 7 really good big guys. Actually, more than that now if you add the guys from Ring of Honor.
Oh, yeah.
And they know how to freaking wrestle. They actually have talent. Unlike Omos, who's like a lumbering brick. You know,
Brian
which
Cage.
I feel so bad for that dude because he's got to be reading what the stuff that people say about him online, and it's got to suck.
Cage, Hobbs, Archer, Wardlow.
Yeah.
Keith Lee.
Keith Lee.
Yeah, Joe, Keith Lee, Morrissey. Khan and the other dude from the Gates of Agony. That's 10 dudes right there. You know, Willie Mack. He's a big dude. You know, Sean Taylor. They've got like between Ring of Honor and AEW, they've got like a dozen big dudes, legit big men. And then they've got all the people that are tied into them from AAA and from New Japan. Dude, I would love to see Bad Luck Fale versus somebody in AEW. Mountain says, "Oh yeah, now I remember my ugly Rey Mysterio going to the Hall of Fame. Not that it's not deserved, but he's still an active worker in the company. It just feels like it's for storyline purposes.
It is.
It is. It 100% is. But he, like you said, he does deserve it. But and also, honestly, I don't know how much longer Ray's going to be going. I mean, dude's, he's getting up there. Claudio's like, the thing about Claudio is that he's super ripped. Like he's a legit strong man. Like he does strongman competitions. He's a really strong dude, and he's not small.
No,
he just doesn't have the mass that those guys have.
Oh yeah, speaking of big guys, there's Jake Hager in his hat.
Oh yeah, Brody King.
Yep.
There's another big dude, and he can freaking wrestle. And then what's his name? Buddy Matthews is he's not very tall, but he's jacked to the gills.
Well,
what'd you say, Johnny?
Jake Hager in his purple hat.
Jake Hager's lost a lot of weight. Have you noticed that?
He likes that hat.
No, I haven't noticed that because I skipped the Jericho appreciation segments.
I like this hat.
Yeah. Miro, yeah. The thing about I didn't include Miro because I don't know what the hell's going on with Miro.
He's still there.
He's collecting a paycheck.
He's still there.
I guess there was
Andrade's still there somewhere.
Yeah. I think they said that he took a trip back to Bulgaria. So I mean, if he's doing that, then they don't have any plans for him at any time. Which I'm like completely flabbergasted by. I don't understand that. Probably cutting for a fight. I thought he was done. I thought Hager was done with his fight. Is he still got fights left for Bellator? I thought he fought his last one on his contract. I may be wrong.
I think he's done.
But yeah, it's just I don't know, man. I don't get it. it's lost on me. It does. It really, because it's really not that hard to book big men. You just stick them in the ring and let them kill each other, and just let them build up heat. Anyway, like I said, there's our good, our bad, and the ugly. We do that every week. You guys bring it for the next week, and we'll discuss it. All right, what do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about Dynamite? You want to talk about Raw?
We can. Either one. Dynamite. Start with Dynamite.
Any
Dynamite!
interest in USA versus Japan? Is that World Cup?
I don't know. No. That's the World Baseball Classic.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Baseball is a big deal in Japan.
Oh.
And a lot of great players have come from Japan.
It was like a national holiday the other day in Japan.
Yeah.
A friend of mine lives in Japan. It's almost a national holiday the other day with Japan versus Mexico in the World Baseball Classic.
Like, dude, I remember when Ichiro first showed up in Major League Baseball, and everyone was like, "Who the hell is this dude?" And then suddenly they're like, "Holy crap, this guy is really good."
Whether he's pitching or hitting, the guy is just phenomenal.
And
he's
then,
like he's like a Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson type player. He's just like
what was his name? Chu from Indians.
Shinshu.
Chu, yeah.
Yeah.
He was really good.
Yeah, you're right. It is wrestling and baseball.
Yeah. In Japan, it's wrestling and baseball. Yeah. Wrestling's a big, like I said, man, one of my bucket lists is to go to a the New Japan pay-per-view at the Tokyo Dome. So, because it's insane. But okay. So what'd you guys say? Dynamite, Ring of Honor, Raw, Ring of Honor. Which one do you want to talk about first?
So we can start with Dynamite.
Okay.
With, Rebar Mitzvah.
Yeah, the Rebar. Jeez. Dude, that was so freaking funny.
And he was making out with that one chick. The last one he's kissing.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Somebody's got to fill the role of the ex-fiance.
That's right.
And what I can't remember, what did they decide was going to happen? Is like there was going to be a four-way.
They didn't set anything up.
Yeah, Double or Nothing. They're going to do a four-way clash for the title in the main event.
What?
I didn't hear that.
There was that. That's what everybody's putting out there, is that they think.
That's a horrible idea.
Yeah. With the four pillars together, Double or Nothing.
That's just a way to bring all the other three guys down after the match. No, it's much better to have some singles matches building up to this thing.
Yep.
Yeah,
this four-way is a horrible idea.
I'm just looking at some of my notes.
That's what you got to do if you're from a foreign country, man. I talked to you.
Oh yeah,
speak some Japanese, and he laughs. Yeah. That's okay, man. I speak English. Find it so no one bothers me. Yeah.
MJF had some good lines. He said that talking about Bret, took a knock on Bret Hart. He said we all know Shawn was better anyway. But and then I'm the only pillar that can keep this place up. It was good, man. I talked to Ichiro on the job. I speak some Japanese. He laughs and says it's okay, man. I speak English fine. It's if so, no one bothers me.
Yep,
that's cool.
That's what you got to do.
Yule is doing he's doing a show with
Fantastic Comics stuff, doesn't he?
He still does he's still doing Fantastic Comics, and he's doing a show with a Critical Thinker. It's another comic book show. He doesn't do any wrestling shows or anything like that, but from what I understand, they're fine. His store's still doing okay, although everybody got some bad news about the comic book industry and how bad it's doing over in 2022 and whatnot. So Leg Kick says, do you think Nick Aldis is going to New Japan? Very possible. He'll do well there. I don't think he'll be their top guy though. And I think where he goes, he wants to be at least in the conversation. And I know that, and he's friends with the Bucks. He's friends with Kenny. And I know that a lot of people wanted him in the early days of AEW. They wanted him to show up and maybe challenge, for the world title or something like that. So who knows? I mean, he could end up just about anywhere.
Yeah, it's same with Jay White. He's 50-50 WWE or AEW.
AEW, yeah. He's going to sign. It's going to be one of those two. It's going to be one of those two, unless somebody from MLW or Billy Corgan just pony up an insane amount of money, a ridiculous amount of money. He's going to show up in one of those two. It's going to be AEW or WWE, and my money's actually leaning towards WWE.
He could show up at WrestleMania.
Yep, he could show up at WrestleMania because Hunter loves him, absolutely loves him. Have you talked to the Boogeyman recently? Yeah, I talked to him yesterday, and he was on our Revolution show. Him and Antonio both.
Yep.
So we're looking to just kind of hang around each other, and Boogie's super busy right now though with Talking Balls.
Well, he was with us on what?
Oh, like 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, he jumped in. He had some time, so he jumped in. Japan killing the American comic market, so it's baseball, wrestling, and manga. Shit, dude. Japan has absolutely taken over.
The American comic market committed suicide.
Yeah, they shot themselves in the head years ago. But okay. So other than the pillars, all right. So Hangman Dark Order versus Blackpool Combat Club. That was a great match.
Yeah,
that was really good.
What? Hangman and Moxley were done after the pay-per-view, but I guess
nope.
Yeah. Well, it's always you always got to have the rubber match.
How many matches
when it's over, is it really over?
But I liked it, and more importantly, the storytelling that they set up for that, and the fact that Stu Grayson is back. Thank God, because the friggin' Dark Order needs that guy.
But they needed the pop he got was awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a really good match. They got a really good ovation. Moxley's over as hell, even as a heel. Continues to be one of the best things about AEW. So, okay, so the next match that came up was one of the ones where I was just like, okay, we got to do something with Jade Cargill. They can't keep stretching this thing out. Someone's got to beat her. They got to build somebody up to beat her.
Yeah,
I think Taya Valkyrie's the one that they're doing that for.
Yeah, because I know you were thinking it was going to be Statlander.
Well, I think Statlander was the original idea. But she got hurt, and so what are you going to do?
True, and I think we don't know. We can be speculating all we want, but is there complications with their return that's causing them to go somewhere with no? I'm saying we thought it was going to be Ty Valkyrie, or not Ty Valkyrie, Chris Statlander. I'm sorry, it was supposed to be Chris Statlander. You thought, and did something happen that is delaying Statlander coming back? So they went with the Ty Valkyrie.
It's just the injury she had is just, it takes a long time to recover.
Right. What I'm saying is we don't know because we can speculate, but could there have been complications that Tony went, all right, Statlander's not going to be back when we thought.
Anything's
go
possible.
Opposite direction.
I haven't heard anything about that would indicate that, but at least I haven't. I mean, who knows? But I don't know anybody. But all the sites I've gone to, everything that I read, all the sites I go to every week and everything, there's nothing about her recovery being delayed.
Right.
It's just that the kind of injury she had, it takes a year to get over. It takes a year to recover.
Little ACL. That's the second time she has that.
And you're
it's
not
the other leg, yeah.
And you're not going to put Taya Valkyrie against her until a pay-per-view. So you're going to be a couple months building that storyline up.
Yeah.
Because I think the next one's in May, isn't it?
Yes. Double or nothing. Yeah. Big Day said AW is starting to lose me with the lack of booking and talent disappearing, but WWE is still lousy as well. Yeah, AW is they're in a situation where Tony Khan somebody needs to get in Tony Khan's face and tell him, listen, dude, you can't run all this stuff yourself. You need a booker. The guild is off the lily. Now's the time to adjust and you got to make moves. And he's not doing that. He's trying to push all the old Reliant. And but people are like, listen, things got to change. You got to keep it fresh. And he's just not. I don't think Tony Khan's listening to anybody now. I think Cody was the last person that could get up and that could like pull him aside and be like, listen, man, we got to change things up. We got to do this, that, whatever.
Not to mention the video game development.
And after the scrum, I think Tony's like, I ain't listening to anybody anymore. I think that situation did more damage to what happens in the back than anything else. And Cody kind of alluded to that when he talked about how he felt about what happened. He said that this thing that we built got damaged. So they are waiting under the UBS show in a couple weeks. Ty is going to be number 56 for Jade. Maybe. I don't know, man. Jade has gotten stale, in my personal opinion. So they need to do something with her. But she had a squash match against Nicole Matthews, who was somebody I didn't even know existed. AW International Championship, Orange Cassidy versus Jeff Jarrett. This was better than it had any reason to be.
And it also had appearance by the Shockmaster and the fans.
Oh my God!
You didn't see that, the Shockmaster?
No.
Yes.
And I'm glad I didn't see it.
Like Orange Cassidy came down, there was the Shockmaster. Gave him a high five or a little slap on the wrist there.
Yeah, this was a good traditional, old style wrestling match. Jarrett, I'll tell you what, man, love him or hate him, I don't mind him being on TV anymore. I was like, when he first showed up, I was like, why is this guy on my television? He showed he could still go. But I still think, you should be pushing younger talent and whatnot. But yeah.
But that belt on Orange Cassidy means a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah. But and then I think was it what's God dang it, I can't remember. I'm pulling a blank on his name now because my brain doesn't want to cooperate. The other half of the other guy in Best Friends, Chuck Taylor. Apparently he got injured and he had to go have dental surgery after the match. Then they had let me ask you guys a question. The whole Outcast thing. I mean, it's a storyline. Thank God they finally did a storyline with the women, but does anybody care about it?
Not yet,
No.
at least.
They need to do something to really light a fire under this thing because honestly, I don't care.
When you start the story with a double turn, it's a little hard to get into. Who am I supposed to like here? I still like, as a fan, I don't feel like picking like the babyface's side for any reason.
Okay, that has nothing to do with whether or not the thing is entertaining or good or entertaining. To me, it's just kind of there.
It does to me. If I don't care about who's gonna win, then it's not entertaining to me.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that's the problem. I don't think anybody cares.
Yeah, I mean, you got Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter, and now Riho. And what's her name?
Willow Nightingale. I like Willow Nightingale
and Blue.
Sky Blue doesn't need to be on. She needs to be on Dark. She needs to be on Elevation. She needs to be learning. She's pretty, but she is greener than goose shit. She does not. She's greener than Jade. She does not need to be on. You want to know why she's there? Because she's hot, and the fans like her.
And we thought that Britt was going to turn on Jamie Hayter. That ain't happening anytime soon.
No, that they took their sweet time putting the trigger on that, and now it's not
And
gonna
now
happen
it's not
anymore.
going to happen, and everybody's pissed. That's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons why I don't care about this. I wanted to see Jamie Hayter put the friggin' boots to friggin' Britt Baker, but not going to get it now. Unless they do a swerve at the pay-per-view and she joins the Outsiders. Like she's the Hogan of the Outsiders or something like that. Whatever. Guardian Chaos, random comment. What the F? It's hard and damn near impossible to build a wrestling podcast and YouTube channel. So much it's just so oversaturated. Yeah, man, you just got to keep plugging away at it. Like we've been doing this for years, and we've just we're well, the implosion that we had 2 years ago didn't help.
No,
But we would, I think by now we would probably would have been a lot further along. Yeah, that 1K subs is it's the thing that I've found is you got to reach out to other small creators and then maybe even some bigger creators and see if they'll be willing to like like give you a little bit of love or something, man, because that seems to be the way that everybody does it. But we're just one of the reasons why we do it, man, is just because we love it. And and one day when it happens, if it happens, great. If not, I'm here with my friends.
Yep.
So I want it to be. Don't get me wrong. I want it to be successful, but it is what it is, man. It's tough, and I'm on a lot of shows.
Plus, also, you really want to. You have to do several shows, like almost a daily one.
Well, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that we could do. There's
Right.
a lot of things that we could be doing that would build it. That would build this channel up a lot faster. We're just not doing them.
Right.
I need to.
I could not have the time for all that.
That's the thing.
Weird.
It takes a lot of time.
Like the thing everybody says that it has to be done is like pre-recorded videos, like edited and short. Like that takes a lot of time to make.
Yeah. Well, and what I see, I could expedite that really fast by just taking this podcast, that stream that we do, and chopping up like if there's like a really good take or something, and chop that little bit and then put that up as a short. I should be doing that, and I don't. There's, like I said, there's a lot of things that I could be doing to really push this channel up. I just don't, because I work 50 plus hours a week, and I'm just doing all kinds of other stuff. So, but I am looking at putting more effort into it and everything though. So, but we'll see.
By the way, did you guys see that the first house show happened for AEW?
It did.
Yep.
And Moxley was bleeding his brains out in there.
Dude,
what else is new?
Mox is gonna bleed whenever Mox wants to bleed. It doesn't make no difference if
That means every single match.
Told
Dude,
you,
he
man. His
does-
forehead's gonna look like Abdullah the Butcher's.
dude, every GCW match he has, he comes out looking like a freaking horror movie.
That's GCW for you, though.
Yeah. Leg kick. I come to support you guys. You have good takes, brother, and we appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Your shorts are for weird food marketing and annoying couples. Like Guardian Cast, I'm an OG wrestling fan. Yeah, and here's the thing, guys. I think that stuff builds eventually. It's just you just got to get that one video or that one person that watches that sets it on fire. That's what every creator has ever said to me, is like, it was a long, very long dry spell, and then there was one video that just took off.
It's slow at
And-
first, then all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
Mox
and,
is the new Dusty Rhodes. Shit.
and I was thinking about doing a
Baseball.
cooking. Well, that and a cooking segment, like Hollywood's home cooking.
Dude, what's his name? One of the guys I follows, his name's the Andy Murray. He did a video where he was just cooking pancakes, and he got like 10,000 views. It's just cooking pancakes. It's weird, man. I don't know. And not only that, it's just so much of it is up to chance with the algorithms and all that stuff. And it could be frustrating, but like I said, we do it because we love it.
Yeah.
And we'll keep doing it. And eventually, I think one of these days, I'm just going to start actually putting some more effort into it, and things will get a little better. Yeah, and that's another thing. You get hit with copyright strikes and stuff for the weirdest things. I got hit on a video on a stream that I was on. We got hit for copyright strike because we were humming a song. Like
Yeah, that would happen.
Just hum a few bars from a song. Got hit with a copyright strike.
Yeah.
That's how stupid it is. It's like you can't even just, you can't even do that. It's ridiculous. But yeah,
it was the main event from
Friday. The main event was freaking great. The Elite versus the House of Black versus the Jericho Appreciation Society. Look, I know a lot of people are tired of the Jericho Appreciation Society. I'm getting tired of the Jericho Appreciation Society. But this was a fantastic match, and it had an ending that has been 3 years in the making.
And just the crowd reaction both times. It was Jericho and Omega in the ring only.
Yeah.
The first
Dude,
time
I'm gonna tell you something. Yeah, they got they came back out with hockey jerseys on, and they greeted the crowd after the match.
The first time they were in the ring, and then they got broken up, and the second time they were in the ring together, and they were going at each other. Yeah.
Hollywood, are your nipples hard? I don't know what the hell happened there.
What? What the fuck? Mischievous and deceitful, chicanerous and deplorable.
But the dude, when it was Omega in the ring with Matthews, dude, I want a singles match between those two guys tomorrow. That was awesome, man. Buddy Matthews is such an underrated performer. Like he's not the best on the stick. So his promos and stuff need work, but man, dude, that dude can go. And like I said, he's jacked to the freaking gills. Dude, Vince McMahon, like I don't know how Vince McMahon didn't fall in love with that guy. Well, I do know because he's only like 6 foot tall.
Yeah, he's not Omos size,
but he's freaking. He doesn't have a neck. But and he could go like that, man. That match needs to happen. Like I said, right now. Because he's awesome. And yeah, the way it ended, man, with Hangman in the ring and the Elite backing him up. And then I don't know if you guys watch Being the Elite, their YouTube show, but they did that thing where they used to do where Matt pulls out his cell phone and he's talking in their chat thing, and Hangman actually says, "Hey, what's up?" and then Kenny leaves the chat. So, and you got to remember, this was a storyline they were doing until COVID came along and just killed everything.
Oh, yeah.
So I think we're finally gonna get the Elite back together. I think they may end up feuding with Dark Order over that because they'll be like, "Well, you betrayed us. We're your friends. These guys, they threw you out." Jericho for life, dude. Jericho, dude. You got to get, whether you like him or you hate him, you got to give that guy credit, man. That guy's freaking career has been in 3 generations, man.
So when's he gonna make an appearance? Because Goldberg is now a free agent.
Dude, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if Tony was like, you know what? It worked for WWE. Maybe it'll work for me. And he brought him in. But here's the thing. Goldberg ain't going to come in there and have a match where he doesn't win the title. So,
you got a TNT title. You can take off of Hobbs.
Or how much money would Tony have to put in there
millions
to do a job?
At least 2 or 3 million. Like, because I think he was getting $1 million per appearance. from WWE.
Sounds
I'm
So,
not-
and
I'm not-
so
I'm not
it would be so it's for if they brought him in, it would have to be from multiple appearances.
I'm
So
not
they would-
saying it's the right thing to do, but I wouldn't be way too surprised if it happened.
I wouldn't either because think about how big of a name he is. And right now, Tony's kind of desperate because his booking has been questionable. The company's slowly recovering, but it's slowly recovering.
Yep.
And they really need to do something big to catch people to light that fire again. So a cruiserweight tournament. I said they should have a light heavyweight championship. Bring in guys from IWGP, NWA, AAA, Vikingo versus Pac. That would be friggin' dude. All these people that are talking shit about who's Vikingo. This is some friggin' indie guy. Blah 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 blah. When that match starts, all that's gonna go away, and immediately
still-
everybody's gonna be like,
They
"This
still have a
dude's
point.
amazing."
If they still have a point, if this guy is this good, the right thing to do would be to let people know before the match and show them that
Yes, they should
they
have
have a point.
They should have had like a big video package showing this dude, like highlights of this guy. Every time one of these new guys shows up, that should happen. Goldberg, Orange Cassidy pins Goldberg clean. Goldberg's son comes out wearing denim and sunglasses. Oh my God.
True, but you also have to look at how many people had no idea who some of these guys were from New Japan when Forbidden Door.
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of the AEW faithful knew who they were because they followed the Bucks
True.
over from.
Yeah.
But the people who were WWE fans who became AEW fans, the casual fans, they didn't know who those guys were, and they didn't do a very good job of building them up either. So
The fact he had guys that you thought were going to be in there injured, and then he had to scramble around.
injuries, I think, is what really, really hurt Forbidden Door. But
Killed it.
yeah, but yeah, we didn't even get to freaking Raw.
Back for Forbidden Door 2,
Bring who back?
CM Punk.
Dude, like you and me talked about it. I said that he's coming back. He is going to be CM Punk will be back in an AEW ring this year. That's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
Okay,
It's
Paul.
going to happen. It's just when is it going to happen, and what are they going to have to do to make it happen?
It's the next pay-per-view before Forbidden Doors too.
Yeah, there is one. There's one in
There's
May.
one in May, and then Forbidden Doors in June. Punk versus
'Cause I-
Kenta.
Because Forbidden Door is not the best place for him to come back. Kenta would rip his head off.
Dude, yeah, but it's they both use the same. It's because they both use the same finishing move, the GTS.
Yes, and Kenta still thought that he couldn't do it in WWE because people would chant CM Punk. And they forbid him to do it.
Oh, dude, Kenta is one of the best wrestlers that ever lived. But real quick before we get low, we got to talk about the one thing. We got to talk about Cody and Roman's friggin' promo.
Yep.
Oh my freaking God, Cody, dude, Roman was just on fire with that promo, but then Cody came back and cut him to the bone, man. When because he told Cody, he's like, you came back here and you didn't want to do the Stardust thing because you quit, and then you came back here, but you didn't want to do the Stardust thing. Then you went and you made another company, and then you couldn't get over, so you ran. And
now you're back again.
And he's like, this you ain't made for this and all this shit. But then Cody's like, when I beat you, he's like, then when I show them who you really are, Jay's gonna leave you. And then when Jay leaves you, Jimmy's gonna follow. And then it's just gonna be you and Solo. And he got up in Solo's face. He's been eyeballing me this whole time. And yeah. He's like, then
when I beat you, you're gonna be a Roman without Reigns.
You're gonna be a Roman without Reigns. He's like, you're gonna be a chief without a tribe. And that leads in, like, if you've been following that storyline, a big part of this whole thing is that Roman is paranoid. He's paranoid that everybody's against him. You know what I mean? And he's paranoid that he's gonna lose, and like that he's gonna lose everybody. Like being the tribal chief is everything to him. And the fact that Cody told him is like, you're gonna be a chief without a tribe. You're gonna be a Roman without any reigns. You're gonna lose your family. And like the way that they set that up, but then the best part, the thing that I was like, hell yeah. He looks at Paul Heyman and he goes, and then he is going to turn back into an advocate. And he's like, yeah, your wise man's going to turn back into an advocate. And the look on Paul Heyman's face was like, oh shit. he's calling disparagement on me. Dude, that was one of the best promos I've heard all year.
Yeah, and
It's
the rumor is that sometime between now and SummerSlam, they're splitting the titles up.
Yeah, that's what someone's. Yeah, so I could see them being like, listen, you gotta choose one or the other, and or if they do like the whole thing where they draft someone. Personally, I mean, I know why they do it, and it makes sense. I just don't like that there's more than one world champion. There should just be one world champion. So, like I said, yeah, I met Kenta before he showed up at Ring of Honor. Really cool to talk to. Dude, Kenta's awesome. I love that guy. Go watch his match with Moxley in New Japan Strong when there's no crowd or anything, and these two dudes, they're just screaming at each other. It was awesome. But yeah, that was the best thing. That was hands down the best thing on Raw this week. Ricochet versus Chad Gable was fantastic in the ring. Dude, two people that need to leave WWE because they could be so much bigger and so much better elsewhere. Chad Gable and Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, and then you got
Mustafa Ali tried. They didn't let him go.
No, they convinced him to stay, and I'm like, dude, they promised him the world, and then they reneged.
You got Otis, the male model, the finger model.
Here's the thing. I'm not into the goofy stuff, but he really could save that whole thing. Putting him in there could save that whole thing. But yeah, Chad Gable, too talented to be used the way he is. Mustafa Ali, too talented to be used as a friggin' fodder for freaking Omos. That's the other. Oh God, we're not going to talk about the Omos thing. The Omos thing pisses me off.
Yeah,
I'm at the point where it's not just boring, it's not just dumb, and that's legitimately pissed me off because they're feeding people to him, and in 2 years he's going to be gone because this guy's not going to get over, and he's not going to get any better in the ring. So
I want to see Otis's spirit fingers.
I don't want to see any of that shit. Anyway, guys. We appreciate everybody that was here. We're gonna wrap it up here.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Like Kid Gable is great. He's awesome. Yeah. He's Daniel Bryan. He's the new Daniel Bryan in WWE. It's just that they're not gonna let him get over like Bryan did. Nope.
But appreciate everybody's here. Big Daddy, the Guardian of Chaos, Leg Kick, Kicks Villain, Maldacito. Hope you got home safe, brother. Everybody that was lurking. And I'm trying to see if there was anybody else that jumped in real quick. I don't see anybody, but if we missed anybody, apologies. Yeah, hitting the go home night, fellas. See you next week. Same thing, brother.
Yep.
But we'll get you guys back here next week. Take care, and yeah, watch the wrestling, guys. Oh yeah. Ring of Honor, actually good. Worth the $10. Bye.
And check out Big Daddy. Guardian of Chaos.
Check out Big Daddy's the Guardian of Chaos over there. They got great stuff, man. Go learn from the learning tree.
Yes.